New York Islanders. My pal Jake has a question about their first pick of the draft, and the Islanders didn't get to pick until a while. 49th overall was their first pick, and we go to Jake with that question. Jake asks, what do you think about the Danny Nelson pick and his timetable with the Islanders? So Danny Nelson was picked 49th overall, 6'3" center. Previously played defense. He's also now, a big center. Played a bit on the wing this year. He's headed to the University of Notre Dame, and I think that's he's following the Anders Lee path, which obviously led to Anders Lee being the captain of the New York Islanders eventually, with his going to Notre Dame from the USHL. So Danny Nelson, going to Notre Dame, he's going to really round out his game. He's going to be a good two-way center. I think he's at least 3 years away. There's so much more development that he needs. I think that was evident throughout this year at the national team program. There was some first round of buzz about him. There were some teams that we thought maybe could go because he's a bigger player. He's an athlete. He showed flashes of skill last year. I think his scoring is really going to have to pick up. I think that's going to be something at Notre Dame. They're a more defensive-minded team. Hopefully his skills kind of pop a little bit more and they allow him to produce at that level. But that's, Danny Nelson, I think, was a great pick at 49th. I think the value there is tremendous for a guy that was getting at least a little bit of first-round buzz throughout the year. New York has not had a lot of picks. They haven't had a lot of, they didn't have another one after that until 113. So it's been hard for them to make a splash. And they've also, traded some picks away and traded some prospects away. So they don't have a very strong prospect pool. And Danny Nelson, I didn't put him on the list, but you could certainly make the case that could quite possibly be their new number one prospect. I think they still have some guys that are a little further along in their development. They're going to make a bigger impact sooner, which is why I didn't put that number one designation on him. But I mean, really, Danny Nelson is a big time player for the Islanders in a year where they just did not have a lot of picks and certainly didn't have anything early. So good for them.